Welcome back, Neckline's Comic Corner, classic slash non-classic. This is episode number 619 and Doubleshot number 523. Alright? One is a Marvel trade, the other is a DC trade. I think in the case of the first one, some people probably expect me to view this a while ago, but now I got my hands on it, and it's probably by far one of the most controversial crossovers Marvel has done in the whole time of reading comic books. What crossover is this? Civil War. Otherwise known as Civil War 1. Written by Mark Millar and artwork by Steve McNiven. Yes, probably by far one of the most controversial crossovers of all time. And it does have after effects, a big huge one. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of politics with this. I mean, yes, the opening issue is probably by far the most strangest thing. Yeah, the story of this is that New Warriors, who at this point is a reality show, decided to take on a group of supervillains for ratings. And then I think it's Speedball takes on Nitro, blows himself up, and pretty much takes out 600 people. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering, is he ever tried for this particular mass murder? It's been 12 years, and apparently Marvel does not care to do a storyline about his frickin' trial. I mean, the guy is a mass murderer, and he never bothered to do anything with it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, did anybody go after him? Yes. One tie-in actually dealt with somebody go after him, and that was frickin' Wolverine. He was by far the only person in the Marvel Universe who actually gave a damn about going after the person who actually started this mess. Not a stupid Bill, which by far it's his favorite hick. Even though, yes, it was part of the Marvel Universe for 3 years after this. Before it got repealed after Events of Siege. But yeah, there's some dumb things that they do in here, like setting up a Nega's own prison, which pretty much remains around to this very day. Despite the fact not being a prison anymore, it is a fortress for the character from Fantastic Four from Battlestar. Yeah, he got the prison in the pages of Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, in the prelude leading up to War of Kings. Yeah, somehow he decided to attack the prison after the prison had been abandoned by Earth as Advent of Secret Invasion. Yeah, they abandoned the place. Yep. Oh yeah, and they bring in the Thunderbolts. Oh, and when it comes to the Thunderbolts in here, which are not the same version who appeared in the main book, yeah, the Thunderbolts here are a group of mercenaries, group of criminals who are hired by Iron Man to go after the Secret Avengers. Well, Captain America's Secret Avengers, anyways. I would say 2 of whom actually join the actual Thunderbolts afterwards. The rest do whatever the heck they want. Though Lady Deathstrike is never explain how she gets away from them and go back to the X-Men comics. And also, this is probably her last appearance in her pre-X2 outfit. Those of you wondering what the heck am I talking about, because, well, for the past several years, Lady Deathstrike has worn basically the Kelly Who outfit. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, here's a small picture of her. Yeah, wearing the whole red bandana thing. Yeah, she wore that for years. Let's see, what's a good picture of her? Let's see. No, still not a good picture of her. Let's see, I think it probably is in the last issue it's a good picture of her, because all you see so far of her is a brief, like, you see her head. Okay, here's kind of a good picture of her. Yeah, that's kind of what she looked like for years. Yeah, those of you wondering how she got like that, well, she was first called Lady Deathstrike the pages of Alpha Fly of all things. Yeah, I'm not kidding about that. It was freaking Alpha Fly. hmm Yeah, and also issue 4 was also controversial as well, besides issue 1, because it's the death of Bill Foster, who was killed by the clone of Thor. And there's been two different interpretations of this. One is that the clone of Thor used a bolt of lightning to blow a hole in Bill Foster's chest. The other was throwing his hammer through his chest. Here, let's see if I can find it here. I'm not going to show off the page itself. No, let's see. Yeah, and here, Thor uses bolt lightning to go through Bill Foster's chest. Oh, yeah. And also, Bill Foster's nephew would actually go after Tony Stark for this. Yeah, he would try to. Though, nothing much would come of it because, yeah, apparently Marvel doesn't care about Bill Foster, despite the fact he's a pretty interesting character. And yes, I do know about him showing up in Ant-Man and the Wasp, played by Lawrence Fishburne, playing his second comic book based character. Yeah, I know all about that because I've been watching the previews. And also, point out about the covers for this series. Yeah, I actually asked Steve McNiven about this. You know, this whole widescreen thing that basically took up all 7 issues. Yeah, I asked him about that. Like, why in the world were the covers like that? According to Steve McNiven, the reason why the covers are like that is because because the editor of the book wanted it that way. I'm not kidding. The editor wanted the covers look like that. Yeah, and also for some reason, I don't know why this is. Yeah, Linkar pointed this out during his review of the series where some panels look like they belong like in between. Yeah. Or they look like something you see in between panels, like people's faces look so bizarre. I think it might have been issue 2. Let me see if I can find it here. I know it's a hospital scene, I know that. Also, they even have a scene where Steve McNiven shows She-Hulk's butt. Yeah. I'm not kidding about that. Have a close-up of She-Hulk's rear end. Now, Steve McNiven himself is a great artist, but I do agree sometimes that he has some panels that are just so bizarre. I never got a chance to get a clear answer from him why in the world certain panels were the way they are. Like, one panel in issue 1 where Maria Hill is cackling even though that she's not, well, via her dialogue, she's not cackling like she's evil. I'm sure Bendis himself didn't like the fact that Maria Hill was written the way she was in this series. It's probably the reason why it took a while for her to get redeemed. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's in here, but there was a panel that I can't find in here of the kind of like a squish panel of Captain America's face look like this. Yeah, they actually have that in here. It's really bizarre. I never got a clear answer of why in the world his artwork was drawn like that. But I did point out though about the video when I got a chance to meet him at Tampa Comic Con last year. I don't know when I get a chance to meet him, but I probably will have him sign this because after all, he did do the artwork for this. And the guy himself is a great artist. Now they do have an advertisement for another book he did with Mark Millar, which is a really good series. I actually enjoy his storyline. Old Man Logan, the original storyline, the one that the ongoing series have follow up to. Excuse me, well, it follows that Wolverine anyways. Where did I get this particular one? I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. The only reason why I don't give it 9.5, this was a pretty good read, is because of all the the negativity toward the series. Now, I like the series. I don't love it. I think the series is okay. I don't think that. Also, this basically turned a lot of people off from Marvel for a little while, because for a while, mostly put, people saw Marvel as doing hero versus hero fights. Yeah, and this has pretty much been the stupid argument against Marvel. The fact they have produced other comic books where they don't have hero versus hero because people want to see hero fight villain. Well, here's one for you. How about villain fight villain? You ever think of that one? Yeah. Also, they had this tagline like a lot of books. Whose side are you on? Yeah, when this was coming out, I was on Cap's side because I didn't like the crap that what Iron Man was doing when the series came out originally. Yeah, I was on Cap's side. A lot of people were on Cap's side this whole thing. Alright, now some negative, let's go to something positive. JSA, Volume 7, Prince of Darkness. Collecting issues. Let's see if we can find it here. 4655, and you have written by Jeff Johns, David Square, with art by Leonard Kirk, Don Kramer, and Sal Valinto. Yeah, it's the JSA versus Mordo, and they even throw this thing in here, and this has apparently been teased for years. Apparently, Wildcat has a thing for Power Girl, and there's at one point where they're about to make out. I'm not kidding. That's how Jeff Johns writes it. And one thing I also appreciate though about the storyline is we also have something, Jeff Johns has something that basically continues up until Flashpoint. The romance of the second Hour Man and the second Liberty Bell. Yep, Jesse Chambers. AKA Jesse Quick. I love the fact that he teased two second generation superheroes getting together, and then of course prior to Flashpoint, Jesse Quick losing her powers because she got pregnant. Yeah. This was a really damn good storyline. And also, during the course of the storyline, it's revealed, Stargirl finds out about Captain Marvel's, true form. A 16-year-old boy, which apparently Jay Garrick thinks he's in his mid-20s. Yeah, the readers know he's actually 16. Because, apparently, Stargirl is the only one who's actually seen him in his true form. Yep. And they have at one point where Alan Scott briefly almost dies, but he does come back. And also with the storyline, he stops going by Sentinel and goes back being Green Lantern. I mean, Sentinel since the 90s. Yeah, for like over a decade at this point, he was called Sentinel. I heard now from rumor is the reason why he was called that was that people were confused with the Hal Jordan Green Lantern. So he's back being Green Lantern to this very day. Though there is rumors this series these characters coming back, though they just brought back Johnny Thunder. But also good advancement for Courtney Weaponmore as well. Really good. I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. Really awesome series. And it's something though that a trailer like this is this thick, and it collects two different storylines. Yeah. And yeah, that's also Hawkman barely plays a role in here. Yeah, mostly it's everybody else. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which I have 2 more JSA books coming, okay? But until I see you next episode, bye.